Entering the conversation in your customer's head. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live, filmed live every day from Grants Pass, Oregon. We're here today at the brianjpombo.com headquarters. Today's episode is brought to you by dreambizchat.com. We'll talk a little more about dreambizchat.com as we get going. And I wanted to refer to the concept. It's an old quote talking about entering the conversation in your customer's own head. And I believe the quote was from John Collier, though I'm not certain on that. Don't quote me. He's an old marketing genius and copywriter. And he discussed a lot of these concepts. And the whole idea behind entering the conversation in your customer's head is that we're all having these concepts and ideas and conversations in our head on an ongoing basis about things we care about problems that are on our mind, about emotions. These things are always going on. And if you have the ability to kind of insert yourself into a conversation that's already happening, then you have the ability to communicate directly with your customer and be able to help direct them to a solution, hopefully your products and services. Now, yesterday, we talked about the Mandela effect. And the reason why I'm bringing it up again is because of the effect that that video had, particularly over on YouTube. I had some very positive and negative reactions to that video. So we had people that probably found us through the hashtag for Mandela effect and came and watched the video where I'm discussing how the Mandela effect can be tied back to mass suggestibility. The idea that when you have a lot of people all saying that one thing is in common, that there's a huge push from people on the inside to go along with that and to even create memories that didn't exist. Now, I didn't realize this was cause kind of a whole storm of comments coming back and people basically saying that I'm full of it and that there are actually things that happened one way and somehow through some quirk in history, through some powers that be that control things, they've changed history and have been able to change, but have not been able to change our memories. I'm not sure quite how this happens. I'm not quite sure of I haven't researched it fully or understand all the theories behind it, but there are a group of people who strongly believe that the Mandela effect is the sign of something, some greater force at hand, some evidence of some tampering with this. I'm not here to argue whether that's true or not. All I was doing was taking the concept and tying it back to mass suggestibility because mass suggestibility does exist. All you have to do is look at Nazi Germany. All you have to do is look at extreme radical Islamicism in the Middle East. All you have to do is take any situation where you had large amounts of people all going along with an idea that we can step back and look at as being absurd, as being along with it so easily. That's it in the extreme. Mass suggestibility is happening via marketing all the time. And if you deny the idea that mass suggestibility happens, you're probably the most suggestible type of person. And it's easier for us to think that maybe there's something else going on besides something as simple as a flaw in human character or human mentality or what have you. I've lived long enough to see it happen enough over and over and over. I know mass suggestibility exists. I'm not sure whether the ideas behind the Mandela effect exist, but I'm open to whatever people may think, and I'm not out to offend them or to say that there isn't some mystical force beyond what we know when it comes to these concepts of mass memories existing. So, with that in mind, I want to show you what accidentally occurred with that video. We entered the conversation happening in their heads. They were already thinking. Commented, runs a channel You may run a website beyond that, but at least has a video channel completely dedicated to this concept and all the evidence that has amassed regarding this. And so this was something they're already thinking about. The fact that I'm bringing in the psychological and marketing end of it is only because I caught them where they're at with what they're thinking about. If I was trying to sell them something directly, all I'd have to do is start with where they're at, direct it back to what I'm selling, whether it be a product, a service, a cause, what have you. That's what true marketing is. True marketing is finding out where your customer's at and meeting them there and even using the language they use, everything else, to be able to communicate a message immediately and build a little bit of trust and rapport so that you can then communicate what you're wanting to communicate to them and hopefully bring them over to your concept or idea. So for the same reason, that's why I always bring up Dream. Haven't you been thinking about dreambizchat.com? Haven't you been dreaming about this at night? I know you have. I know you have, because you hear about me talk about it every day. So you never know what's actually happening. But maybe if you talk about something often enough, people will go along with it. They'll try it out. They'll test it out, especially if it's free. Dream Biz Chat is free. It's a free video over there. Go check it out. I hope you have a great night. We're going to talk about more of where psychology and mathematics enter into marketing there, and let the magic happen.